Welcome back. We have made it all the way to the planet, and now I'm going to go back over and look at my sample and see that the next layer in here is satellite. So I need to go find my satellite, outline it, make it into a smart object as this is, and then there's a little color correction on it to make it golden, because a satellite wouldn't be right unless it were golden. So I'm on my build, File, Open. There's my satellite right there. We'll open that. And I'm going to outline it right here. I'm going to use in this case, I'm going to use the magic wand tool. And I'm going to make sure that contiguous is turned off. Remember, contiguous means connected. So if I click out here, it's going to get all the outside, but it's not going to get these little spots in here that are background. So I'm going to deselect, turn off contiguous, and then click out here and it gets all that stuff inside. Now, unfortunately, it also gets some stuff like here. Let me show you. There's a hole there and a hole there. And I just clicked into Quick Mask, so I might as well fix those things while I'm here. So let's do that. I'm going to grab my brush. I have black paint. I have an opacity of 100%. I want my brush size to be all the way up hard, and maybe, yeah, that's not too bad. Then I'll zoom in, Command plus a couple of times, and I'll just take care of all those little pieces like that were not supposed to be part of the background. Alrighty. A little bit right there. If I zoom in, I see some more stuff here. And right there. And that ought to do it. All right, so zoom out of Quick Mask, hit the cube button again, and now I'm just going to hit the Add a Mask button, but it's backwards. I had the background selected, I guess. Usually, I inverse the selection before I make the mask, but in this case, I'm going to invert the mask, so what's black will be white and what's white will be black. I believe it's under Image Adjustments and Invert, or Command I, and I do it so much I remember Command I, so that's something to write down in your sketchbook. Invert is Command I. And now I have the background knocked out and the satellite selected. So I'm going to drag this onto my space build. I'm going to drag it down into here. I'm going to let it go. And then I'm going to turn it into a smart object. Well, it's a big satellite, isn't it? Right click, we'll make it into a smart object. And then I can transform it. I want to look at the other one and see where it is. It's like right there and small. So transform, make it small, smaller, smaller, very small. And we'll put it back up here. Just rotate it around. Because it's a smart object, it doesn't really matter how many times I transform it. I'm not going to hurt it, so I'm going to guess it's right there. I'll come over here. Oh, that's really good. I'm good at this. I'm just really good at this. Maybe a little bit bigger, huh? All right, I'm calling that good. So there's that. It's satellite. And we also have a color correction on it, so let's see what that color correction is. Here it is. So here is a clipping mask color correction. Colorize is turned on, and it's 4852 minus 21. So let's go do that. So it's a hue saturation, 48. Oh, colorized on. That makes a big difference. 48. 21 darker. Let me double check. 48, 52 minus 21. 52 minus 21. So that's gold, and I want to clipping mask it here, so I'll right click out in the gray area and choose Create Clipping Mask, and now only my satellite is gold. And this gets put into a new folder called Satellite. Now, if I come back over here, this is the last thing that goes inside of this paper border mask. So I'm going to add this after I put them all in a folder. So I want to select all of these and not the paper background, but everything from space to satellite I'm going to put inside this folder. So let me come over here and do that. So here's space. I'm going to click on space and then shift click to satellite. Then I'm going to hit the folder icon again and then rename this one to paper border mask. So how do I add that mask on here? If I look at this mask, and I'm going to hold down the Option key and click the mask so I can see just the mask. And if I right click out here, I can lighten the background. And that piece of black on the mask is blocking out everything in all of these folders from showing so that I can see the paper background, and that's what makes the border. So I'm going to Option click on this again. Let's turn this back to dark gray. And if I turn it off by hitting Shift and I turn this mask off, you can see that all my stuff still goes out to the edges, just like we built it. So I happen to know that this is a 30 pixel border. So let me show you how to make that. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to select all, Command A. I'm going to go under Select and down to Modify and then to Contract. In Contract, I want to make sure that this is turned on. By default, it's turned off. So if I do this, it says apply effect at canvas bounds. If I don't turn this on, then nothing will happen. It'll just stick right there. So I have to turn that on and then type 30 pixels here and then OK. And now I have that border. And then all I have to do is click the Add a Mask button while I have that layer selected. And look what it did, just like magic. All right, we'll finish up this poster in the next video.